G'day everyone, welcome to FinChats. I'm Hoi.
And I'm Hugh.
Now, Hugh, I've got great news for you today. I'm going to give you $1,000 for you to invest in, but there are a
Well,
few conditions, and I want to see you, and I want to see what you'll do with it, right? The conditions are that the interest that you're going to get is 10% per annum. The second condition is that you have two options of how you want your return to be paid. Now, the first option is that you will get your interest each year in your pocket and then reinvest your principal $1,000 each year for the next 10 years. The second option is that you won't get any interest in your pocket each year until the end of 10 years. Now, you still be earning your interest, you just won't get it. All your interest will be reinvested each year, and then you'll get everything back at the end of 10 years. So, what will you choose, Mr. Hugh?
I think that's easy, right? I would definitely do the first option. Why would I wait until the end of the period to get that money? I'd rather get the interest now and I can buy things and I can go overseas. Yeah, so definitely the first option, right?
So
So easy
you,
one.
the first option being the $100 in your pocket each year, and then for the next 10
Mm.
years, and then at the end of 10 years, you'll get your original principal of $1,000 back. Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Well, I think I know what you're getting to, Hoy, actually.
Oh,
I think what you're saying is you when you're reinvesting that interest amount, you have a higher balance at the next period, and then you earn the same interest percentage, 10%, but on a higher balance. So I think I know what you're getting to, Hoy. And this is I think the principle of compound interest is what you're trying to hint at.
oh,
So
okay. You're cottoning on to something now, Hugh. So,
yeah,
so what do you know about compound interest then?
yeah, definitely. I think I actually I love this subject a lot. So let me bring out a quick whiteboard just to show our viewers exactly what compound interest is. It's a fascinating concept. But essentially how this works is um, if we draw out a timeline where this x-axis is time, what it's just saying is that your money will grow exponentially over time rather than a straight line. And so what you can see is that typically your money will grow a bit more slowly within the first few years or whatever period that you hold it at. But over time, let's say you left that money in the bank account for 5, 6, 7 years, you'll really start to see that money snowball exponentially. So we say exponential because that's just the shape of this curve, right? But essentially, if we just take an example, if we had $1,000 and then we just invest it, let's say the interest is about 5%. Um, so that will grow to, $1,050. And if we just continue uh, growing this amount by 5% every year, it won't just actually gain $50 every year. It'll be a bigger amount than that 50. It might be 50, 75, 100, etc. So that is, I think, what you're trying to get at, Howie. This is the compound interest principle. And it's a super powerful concept because if you really have that discipline and that consistency to leave your money in some sort of investment or some sort of vehicle that would generate interest, then your money will slowly compound over time. But it does require people to have be rigid and leave that money in that account. And so why don't more people do it? Well, simply because most people don't have, that sort of discipline to leave the money in the bank account. It's quite easy to, take that money out to buy things that you might need now. It's a concept called instant gratification. We might need a new computer or a PC or even food. So it can be very difficult, but if you can stick through it, then you can actually see a lot of returns.
Yeah,
by
you
using
you raise a
stocks.
good point that, from a maths point of view, even though, paid at maturity seems
Mhm.
like the sensible point from a pure numbers point of view, that,
Yeah.
humans making the decision is not a mechanical being where you can just ignore your desire for, instant gratification, or not even instant gratification. You got, as you mentioned here, people got bills to pay and
Mhm.
people need to live. So that's, you raise a good point that, people uh, have reasons why they choose one over the other. But if we're talking about pure, numbers, mechanical calculation, which one will get
Yeah.
more, then yeah, you've explained it quite well. You almost fell into my trap, but
Oh,
you
almost. It just shows that most people as humans are very susceptible to finding pleasure in the present, which I think people should absolutely do. But at the
yeah.
same time, need to achieve sort of financial goals and freedom, you do need a little bit of both. You do need to enjoy life, but you also need a plan forward for the future as well.
Yeah, and the last thing I would probably add is that, compounding works in a good way when you're investing. So if you are putting money and compounding your money every year, that's great. But the opposite is also true for debt, right? So if you're just letting your debt grow and not repaying your debt, it can also compound. It will make your debt
Yeah.
bigger and bigger if you don't repay, at a, higher than minimum level. So it works both ways. Right. So thanks very much. You're not getting the $1,000 here, unfortunately.
It's
Um, Okay, so look, if you enjoy this video, I hope you liked it. We had a blast making this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. See you
great.
later.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.